Alright, let's see what's new. What the f... I called it, didn't I? I fucking called it. Hello lads and welcome back to the channel. My name is the Scottish Koala and holy shit. I am scared. I am seriously scared. Rewind a little. In November of last year, I made a video titled, What's Next? You may have seen it, it's one of the most successful videos on my channel. And then, just under a week ago, I made my discussion video on the Leopard 2K prototype, titled, But What Does It Mean? In both of those videos, I mentioned the possibility of the addition of the British Challenger 1 main battle tank, and in the comments of both of those videos, I had people tell me how crazy I was for even suggesting that. To those people, I say, your move, lads. On the 15th of February 2018, Gaijin has announced that War Thunder's update 1.77 will see the introduction of the Challenger 1 in rank 6 of the British tech tree. Holy fuck. Okay, let's get started. The Challenger 1 was first put into service with the British Army in 1983. 1983. Jesus. This tank stemmed from plans to update the Chieftain MBT that was at the time Britain's most advanced tank and the answer to the American M60, Russian T-72 and German Leopard 2 main battle tanks. Equipped with Chobham composite armour and a Royal Ordnance L11A5 120mm rifled gun, which was recorded as having destroyed an Iraqi tank from over a 4,700 meters distance. Holy shit. This was done with the use of the L26A1 Jericho APFSDS round, which is a depleted uranium shell. Now in my Leo 2 video I mentioned the DU shells and someone in the comments rightfully corrected me saying that the German tanks do not and have never used depleted uranium shells. But now we have the serious possibility of having them added to the game. With a 1200 horsepower Rolls-Royce diesel engine getting the Challenger up to 56 km an hour in perfect conditions, this tank will be a serious contender to the existing MBTs in War Thunder in every single regard, and I can already feel a lot of T64 drivers in particular starting to get very nervous. This tank was in service until 2001 with the British Army before it was succeeded by the Challenger 2 main battle tank, quite possibly the best fighting vehicle on the planet, and it is still in service in other countries to this day. 2001 guys, 2001! We've actually broken into the 21st century with this vehicle being added. That is crazy. Crazy! With this tank being added to the British tech tree next update, we now have the Rheinmetall cannon on the Leopard 2K and the Chobham composite armour on the Challenger 1. We almost have an M1 Abrams. My bets are that in the next few days we'll see Gaijin also announce variants of the T-72, T-90, Leopard 2A and maybe the glorious M1 Abrams itself. Now if you'd have said to me a week ago that these tanks could be in War Thunder's next patch, I'd have said you're nuts! Oh god, I'm sorry if I'm screaming lads, but I am so excited for this thing to be added. With the same gun as the Chieftain but better armour, far superior mobility and the likelihood of Jericho depleted uranium shells, this tank will absolutely shatter everything in the game if more tanks like the ones I just mentioned, in case you guys had forgotten in the last 14 seconds, aren't added to counter it. Everything I said in my Leo 2 video doubles now that this beast is coming. She looks absolutely fantastic. Just seeing the look of a truly modern tank in War Thunder's engine is making my heart do some worrying things. Absolutely gorgeous tank. Guys, I was probably 5 years old before this tank was decommissioned. Now in that Leopard 2K video, I said that we may suddenly be seeing the battle rating system increase all the way up to 10.0, and somebody answered that by saying that no, the Leopard 2K should be 8.7 because 1, it has very little armour, and 2, because Germany doesn't currently have an 8.7 MBT. This person answered my question of what does it mean with, it means there will be a Leopard 2 in the game, nothing more. Well, I dare you to tell me now that we won't see 9.0 plus battle ratings and vehicles modern enough to make the MBT KPZ-70 look like an antique. Not to harp on saying I was right, but I mean I was, wasn't I? M1 is coming guys, no doubt about it. M2 Bradley, T-72M, T-80, T-90A, T-90M, MBT-80, Leopard 2A4, 2A5, 2A6. All bets are on the table now. None of these vehicles are above our reach anymore. But one thing that is definitely worth mentioning, if I can rein in my own personal hype train, the armour values of the Challenger 1 are still classified. Now the Leopard 2A5 and T90A that we saw in 2017's April Fool's event were knowingly inaccurate, as those armour vehicles are still classified as well. But seeing as that was only in the game for a limited time event, Gaijin was able to take some liberties. But what will the Challenger be like? It looks very similar to the Chrysler-designed XM1 Abrams prototype, and I have no idea if that's accurate in construction, if the British took influence from that project, or if the XM1 armour values are declassified now, but that's my only insight. So this tank could be a fantastic and absolutely groundbreaking addition to the game, or it could put a shameful black mark on War Thunder's record of historically accurate representation of vehicles. But either way, I am hyperventilating with excitement at seeing this, the Leopard 2 and any other modern tanks that may be added in the next patch. Hopefully the patch will drop late this month to early March, although this is pure speculation on my part. Anyway lads, I have some serious British tank grinding to do, which I'll be doing on stream later today, so definitely come join in. For now, I'll say that I hope you lads have enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did, as there will be new content out on my channel every single day. Come join me over on Twitch, Twitter, Discord and all the rest, links below, and as always, I'll see you lads next video. Looks amazing, and I am talking just aesthetically, with a much longer fuselage than we're used to on the rest of our Russian jets, a more modern looking air intake than we've ever seen before, very reminiscent of the MiG-21 and Bach Lightning, just to name a few. We also have that signature Russian tail. Holy shit, this thing is massive. The plane has one VK1 turbojet engine in the rear, similarly to the LA-15 in the MiGs, but also the addition of a second turbojet in the undercarriage, reminiscent of the Yak-15s and 17. This gives it a top speed of around 1070 kph.